Yes, as the Beatles sang all those years ago, Christmas time is here again. And you know, I've been doing this channel for over 2 years, releasing a new episode every Thursday. Whew. But I always do a Christmas episode. So for the last 2 years, I've done episodes about rock and roll Christmas music. And if you hang on to the end of this episode, I'll put links up there so that you can go back and review those episodes from the last couple of years. Anyway, I know everybody's super busy, so I'm only going to pick 5 songs that are rock and roll Christmas songs. So you ready? Let's be merry. Let's drop the needle. Let's start with a song which was recorded in 1952 by a 13-year-old named Jimmy Boyd. And the song is I Saw Mommy Kissing Santa Claus. Now, when the song was released, the Archdiocese of the Roman Catholic Church in Boston banned the song because they said it depicted an adulterous affair. Now picture this. A 13-year-old Jimmy Boyd had to go in front of the Archbishop and explain that the song he had written was not about sex. Now, there's been lots and lots of versions of this song, but the one I really like comes from a fantastic album. It was released in 1963. It's A Christmas Present for You from Phil Spector. And it is a great album. It's got that classic Spector wall of sound. And when Phil started working with the Beatles, they re-released the album in 1972 on the Apple label. We have the Ronettes singing I Saw Mommy Kissing Santa Claus. And Ronnie Spector really wails on this one. It's a great rock and roll number. On the same album, there's another great song. And this one is called Baby Please Come Home. And there's an interesting, and it's done by Darlene Love. But there's an interesting side story here. It wasn't intended for Darlene. It was supposed to be for the Ronettes. But Ronnie Spector could not put the emotion into her voice that the song required. Darlene Love steps up to the mic and wails it out of the park. It's a great song. Now, my next rockin' Christmas song is probably the one that you've never heard, unless you grew up in Detroit. It was released in 1966 by a band called The Last Herd, and their lead singer was a very young Bob Seger. Now, the song pays homage to both James Brown and the Laugh-In TV show, and it's called Sock It To Me Santa. And here's how it opens, and a little bit of the lyrics. You know what, Pop? What's that, son? Christmas just isn't going to be the same this year. Why is that? 'Cause Santa's got a brand new bag. Come on, jump up. Oh, sock it to me, Santa, you know what I like. Sock it to me, Santa, just bring me a bike. Christmas just won't be a drag. Santa's got a brand new bag. And then a year later, in 1967, a band out of Florida releases their 4th song that features a comic strip character. They are the Royal Guardsmen, and their first song was Snoopy versus the Red Baron. And then there was The Return of the Red Baron. And then there was Snoopy for President. Their 4th song, though, is Snoopy's Christmas. Now, it's interesting. Charles Schulz was so incensed when Snoopy versus the Red Baron came out that he threatened to sue the Royal Guardsmen until the record became a worldwide hit, and Snoopy got all the publicity that Charles Schulz could ever imagine. Our last Christmas song came out in 1974, and it's by Elton John. It's called Step Into Christmas. Now, here's a picture of Elton in 1974 at Dodger Stadium with his iconic sequined Dodger uniform. Now, just last month, Elton played Dodger Stadium again. And here's a picture from that. Now, you notice it's more of a bathrobe this time than the form-fitting suit from earlier. But anyway, the song is Step Into Christmas. Well, that's my 5 rock and roll Christmas songs for this episode. I hope everybody is staying safe and healthy and having a very happy holiday season. Now, as I said at the beginning, I'm going to give you the links to my 3 episodes from the past, which also talked about Christmas rock and roll songs. And the first one is from last year, episode 78, Christmas 2021. Now, if we jump back a year, previous to that, we get to episode 30, which came out on Christmas Eve, and it's Christmas Eve 2020. And then the week right before that, episode 29, is the Beatles one, Christmas Time Is Here Again, which talks about those terrific and very rare recordings that the Beatles did just for their fan club every year with a Christmas message. So that's it. As I said, Merry Christmas, everybody. Have a great holiday. Thanks for watching, and keep it rockin'. If you liked this episode, hit the like button, and you can also leave me a comment down below, and I'll respond to you. If you subscribe, we'll let you know when future episodes come out.